Hey Yogi, welcome to your class. Today's practice is a full body flow. It's a really well-rounded, invigorating and fun energetic sequence that I'm sure you're all going to enjoy. We're going to get started on our backs today. Beginning on our backs, we're going to start to extend the legs up the way, like you're bringing your legs up a wall. And then I want you to reach your fingertips towards your toes. As you take an inhale, see if you can lift just your shoulder blades off the mat. And then exhale, lower the shoulders back down. Breathe in, reach up high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Breath in. Exhale. As you inhale, lift up. We're going to breathe for 5. Reach as high as you can, just the shoulders lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, shoulder blades down, back at the headrest. Bend the knees and just pick yourself up into Navasana. So we're going to either keep the feet down or keep the feet lifted to make it a little harder. Point the toes. Options to stay supported with the hands. Take it up a notch, release your fingers, reach them forwards. If you want to make this even harder, we're going to start to move with breath. So right leg straightens, left arm straightens. Inhale, bend the right knee as you exhale. Alternate left leg, inhale, right arm, exhale. Switch, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, breathe in, point, exhale, inhale, reach, exhale. One more on each side, breath in, exhale, and the other, inhale, exhale. Great job, guys. Drop the feet to the mat, shimmy your legs out behind you, and then pop into your tabletop. Now, if you've got a block, I'd like you to slot the block in between the thighs. No problem if you've not. We're going to just imagine we've got a block there. So if we have got a block, pop it in between those inner thighs, squeeze into the block, press through the hands. I want you to curl the toes. We're going to come to lift just the kneecaps above the mat to come into our floating tabletop. Slight tuck of the tail to begin. As you inhale, think of a cat-cow. So inhale to start, lift the tail, keep the knees hard, the crown lifts. And then exhale, really exaggerate the round, draw the belly in, squeeze the inner thighs. Inhale, look up, tilt the tail. Exhale, draw it in. We'll go for 2 more. Breath in, lift. Exhale, round. Lovely, last one. Breathe in, look up. And chin to chest, round. Lower the kneecaps to the mat. Remove your block if you've used it. Press through the hands. We're going to work straight into child's pose. So breathe out, reach the fingertips forwards. As you inhale, come back into tabletop. And we're going to lower down in a chaturanga, push up. So halfway, elbows, shoulders back. Breathe in, big push. Exhale, child's pose. Look to the front of your space. We're going to drag straight forward to cobra pose. Melt the heart, lift the chest. Inhale. Push back, child's pose. Exhale. Shift forwards, tabletop. Breathe in. Lower down halfway. Breathe out. Big push as you inhale. Push back. Exhale. Look forwards. Drag it through. Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Roll back. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose. We'll go for 1 more. So tabletop, breathe in. Lower halfway, exhale. Push up, breathe in. Exhale, child's. Gaze forwards. Bhujangasana, roll through the spine. Lift through the chest. Inhale. And then child's pose. Curl the toes. Kick your hips up and back. Downward dog. As we enter into this first down dog, we really just want to explore, feel something interesting, feel something unique. So this is one of those poses we do over and over and over again, but each time you enter the pose, can you find new sensation? Can you find new meaning? Work into the pedal perhaps. And let's walk it straight forwards towards our forward fold. So Uttanasana towards the very top of your mat. Come up halfway, take your breath in. Take an exhale to fold back down, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms reach skywards. Exhale, straight down to Uttanasana. Wiggle the big toes so they touch, bend the knees, come straight into your chair pose. So big breath in, fingers reach to the sky, palms touch. Exhale, sit down a little deeper into the pose. And then from chair pose, I want you to root down through the right foot. And on the next breath in, straighten through the right leg, but bring your left knee towards your chest. And imagine you've got a bow and arrow in front of the head. So really reach up to find that bow and arrow. We're going to start to draw back with the right arm. Keep the left arm forwards. Come to find a twist in your warrior three. Take a breath in here. Bend the right knee, drop the left toes. And as you exhale, let go of that arrow. Come to reverse as you breathe in. Push forwards as you breathe out. Inhale, square the shoulders off, arms reach. And exhale, drop the back heel, warrior two, wiggle the back foot wider. As you inhale, redraw the second arrow, left fingers towards the right, pull the arrow back. And as you exhale, let go of the arrow, come to reverse. Inhale, come back into warrior two, let's look forwards. And as we exhale, wave your hands to the mat to drop into low lunge. Untuck the back toes, bring the thumbs to the base of the skull. And as you inhale, lift up and out with the elbows to the sides of the waist. Really get taller through the side body. As you exhale, push your hips forwards. Find the depth. Use your inhale to release, fingertips to the sky. And as you exhale, lower your hands to frame your right foot. Inhale to point the right toes to lift the gaze skyward. And as you exhale, round in on yourself, knee towards the chest. Inhale, straighten through the right leg, flex through the right toes. And exhale, drop your right toes, drop your right heel. As you inhale, reach your right arm all the way up towards the sky and then take it over here. Now if you're feeling a little wobbly, that's good. We're working on core. If you want a bit more stability, kick your left toes out to find that little kickstand. We can breathe space in this beautiful side body length, stretching those intercostal muscles through the right side body. If you want to take it up a little further, take it up a notch. We're going to curl the left toes. See if you can lift just the left kneecap above the mat. On the next breath in, hold here. Even harder, the whole of the foot will lift. Even harder, bend the right knee on the next exhale. Thread your left leg behind your right foot. And as you inhale, bring your left knee towards your left elbow or tricep. Exhale, push back, bend the right knee. Inhale, come forwards. And one more, exhale. Inhale. Lower the left knee down as you exhale, reposition. Breathe in, reach over. Breathe out, right hand down, drop the right shoulder. As you inhale, point your right toes, gaze to the front of your space. And then exhale, bend your right knee, step your right foot wide of your right hand. So we're going to start to curl the left toes. I like to kind of scooch my left knee back, pop onto the tips of the fingers. Take an inhale, see if we can lift your left kneecap away from the mat, look forwards. Drop down through the left hand as you exhale. Gently press the right knee, open the hip on the knife edge of the right foot, gaze over the right shoulder, breathe in. And as you exhale, come to rotate. Right hand drops towards the mat. And you can use a block here or just use the ground and then pull your hips back. Straighten through the right leg, flex through the right big toes. Don't worry if it's slightly bent. Take a full breath in, draw back through the tailbone, forwards with the crown. Full breath out, fold heavy inside the right leg. As you inhale, re-lunge into the right knee, lift the chest. And as you exhale, see if you can tiptoe your fingers forwards. Get nice and strong and engage through the back left leg, charge through the back left heel. Keep the belly lifted, cast your heart and your gaze forwards. Walk your hands back as you take your next breath in, root down through the right foot, get bouncy on the left toes and take a big step. Left foot steps wider, the left hand sink into your yogi squat. Options to ground down all the way into the heels. Use your elbows, spread your hips, open your chest. Take a big breath in, lengthen up the way, and then exhale to root down the way. 2 more breaths to explore. Hold your space. Options to breathe for a couple more breaths in yogi squat. If you fancy a little arm balance, maybe a crow, root down your hands towards your mat, lift your hips. You might need to wiggle your feet in a touch. Now I like to bring my knees to the very backs of my triceps as high up as I can. And as I press my palms to the ground, I cast my heart forwards but draw my shoulders back, and then create a shelf with my triceps for my knees to rest. So maybe you're just new to crow and you want to kind of pop one foot up and then the other, just play around with the balance. And if you feel steady, maybe shift forwards, perhaps both feet start to lift. Take your time. Okay, options to stay here for a few more breaths and then work your way into your chaturanga. If you fancy a little jump, straight into chaturanga as you exhale. Press the lift, breathe in. And push back as you exhale, downward facing dog. And from Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog, go ahead and shoot your right leg up high towards the sky. Bend your right knee and open your hip as you exhale. See if you can pop onto the right tips and the fingers. And as you inhale, lift the left heel. Continue to follow that openness as you exhale. Come to flip your dog. Breathe in, push your hips up high. Reach your right arm over your ear. As you exhale, come back into that raised down dog with the right leg lifted. Inhale, walk the hands back towards that left foot. Beginning to bend your knee and open up your hip again. So it's a bit like a hybrid between standing splits and open hip down dog. Maybe the left hand comes a little closer towards the left ankle. Can you lift your right knee and flex your right foot? Okay, on the next breath in, send the right leg a little higher than it was, maybe into your variation of standing splits. And then start to walk the hands back into downward dog as you exhale. Come all the way forwards into high plank. Slowly drop the right foot down onto the mat. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, lower your forearms down to the mat to come into low plank. Lower the thighs down on top of the toes. Breath in to expand into Sphinx pose. And breathe out. Curl the toes, pop your kneecaps above the mat. Take an in breath. As you exhale, turn the heels towards the right. Turn your right forearm in and raise your left arm to the sky. Options to explore, maybe you can bend the left knee, lift the left leg, grab a hold of the piece, finger and thumb around the big toe. And as you exhale, come back into low plank. And then inhale, back into Sphinx. Exhale, drop the heart, fingers point forwards. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale to downward facing dog. Full breath in and full breath out. Gaze to the front of your space. Lift high, bend your knees, step or jump it. Uttanasana to come forwards, forward fold. Exhale, halfway breathe in. And we'll fold again. Inhale, fingers to the sky, palms unite overhead. And exhale, hands to the heart. Release the fingers by the side of the body. Breathe in, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, find your fold. Feet are touching, knees bent. Inhale, Utkatasana into chair pose. Exhale, as you tap the palms, sit a little deeper. Now come to straighten through your left leg. Bring your right knee up towards your chest. And then prepare to grab the bow and arrow. So right arm stays lifted. Right leg goes back, left arm goes back. Open up into a twist in your warrior 3. Inhale, bend the left knee, drop the right toes. And as you exhale, let go of the arrow. Inhale, lift through the right fingertips. Exhale, push forward through the left knee. Look behind the shoulder. As you inhale, have your chest to face the front of the space. And then exhale, lower the back heel, drop into warrior 2. Options to wiggle the back foot wider. Grab for the second arrow, pull the arrow back as you breathe in, open wide. And then exhale, release the arrow, come to reverse. Inhale, revisit warrior 2. And exhale, windmill towards low lunge. Drop the back knee onto the back toes. Breathe into low lunge, thumbs to the very back of the head, so just above the neck. Elbows wrap in, push forwards as you exhale. Lift the chest, the heart space. As you inhale, both arms reach skywards. And then exhale, lower the hands towards the mat. As you inhale, point for your left toes, like you're bringing your left toes to the back of your head. And as you exhale, suck in left knee towards nose. Inhale, straighten through your left leg, flex through your left toes. And exhale, drop your left toes, drop your left heel. So again, we're trying to stay balanced here, right hand in line with right knee. Inhale, lift through the left fingertips, send the arm over the ear. And we can explore space and freedom if you're focusing on side body length today. If you want to have a little bit of core work, perhaps start to curl your right toes. Lift just your right kneecap to begin with, and then if you want more, the whole of the foot can lift. Even more, bend your left knee as you exhale, thread right leg behind the left. And then inhale, shift forwards, right knee, right elbow or tricep. Exhale, big push back. Inhale, come forwards. Exhale. One more as you breathe in. Exhale, right knee to the mat, right toes to the mat. Open up your space, breathe in. Left hand down as you breathe out. Lifting up the way through the left toes, breathe in, gaze forward. And as you exhale, big step, left foot comes wide of the left hand. So curl the right toes, lift the right knee, scooch back a little. And as you press through your hands, lift your back kneecap. As you inhale, gently press and encourage the left knee and hip to open, gaze over your left shoulder, knife edge of the foot. And as you exhale, drop the foot, hand to the mat. Inhale, cast your heart forwards for a moment. Exhale, pull back into a wide leg pyramid. Left heel is down, left toes are up. Take a breath in, draw forward through the crown, pull back through the tail. And breath out, hold and fold. Heavy inside your left inner thigh. Lunge back into the left knee. Inhale. Creep your hands forwards as you exhale. Remember, super engage through this back right leg. Really push through the back right heel. Walk the hands back towards the center. Inhale for a moment, nice and buoyant on the back toes. Step into yogi squat. Second time. Exhale, hands to heart. Spread your energies across the chest and the hips. Lift up the way. 2 more breaths to feel this sensation, this breath. Options to stay in yogi squat, if this is what the body is asking for, malasana, or let's perhaps try a little arm balance coming into crow. Hands down, adjust the feet, kneecaps to the backs of the triceps, slightly lean forward, start to maybe pop one foot, play around, maybe the other. Really press down through the hands. This is your foundation, hips lift. Maybe feet lift a little higher to the ball. You're working on straight arms, perhaps start to straighten them. And maybe step or jump it into chaturanga. Exhale. Breathe in, lift up. And breathe out to downward facing dog. From downward dog, go ahead and send your left leg high to the sky. Point up as you breathe in, 3-legged dog. Bend into your knee, flex into your foot, open up your hip as you exhale. As you inhale, pop onto the right tippy toes, pop onto the left fingertips. And follow that openness, exhale to flip your dog. Lift your hips up, reach for your fingertips. Breathe in. And then exhale, work your way back to down dog. Raise the left leg high. Walk back into that little hybrid. So as you creep your fingers back towards your right foot, bend your left knee and open your hips to that hybrid between standing splits and open hip down dog. Maybe grabbing for the ankle as you dive a little deeper. Now fully straighten into your left leg. Fall down, breathe in. Walk down. Okay, downward dog. And then to plank pose. As you exhale, drop your left toes down. Come into low plank, left forearm, bend the right. And then inhale to drop the thighs. Untuck the toes, expand into Sphinx. Exhale here, relax the shoulders. Inhale, curl the toes, hover the kneecaps. And as we exhale, turn the toes, the heels rather, towards the left, toes towards the right. And maybe left forearm turns in, and we can find a variation of our Vashi or modified side plank on the forearm. Maybe the right leg lifts, grabbing the big toe perhaps. Find your strength. Lower down, so come back into low plank. Inhale. Come into Sphinx. And exhale, melt your heart to the mat. Fingers point forwards. Breathe in, cobra pose. Breathe out. Downward facing dog. And from downward dog, we can just work it down onto the kneecaps. Untuck your toes. Take a breath. Just allow your breathing to regulate. Allow your body to calm, your mind to calm and settle into the present moment. Wonderful. We're going to start to bring our right fingertips behind our right foot. Now, if you're really struggling to reach the mat, or you just don't like to be on the thighs, then at the shins rather, you can come down into a seated pose, into Sukhasana as an alternative, or you can use a block and place that block behind the feet if you're struggling to reach the ground. Otherwise, we'll come onto the tips of the fingers, ground down through the shins or the bum if you're in seated. And as you inhale, I'd like you to push your hips up, reach your left arm over your ear. And as you exhale, alternate. So left finger's down, breathe in, push up, exhale. So if you're seated, you're just going to alternate the arms, the hips won't lift. Inhale, exhale, switch, breathe in. So make the movements circular, make them big, make them rhythmic, make them fluid. Feel into this inhale. And exhale, one more time on each side, big breath to push. Exhale, come down. And other side, breathe in. And exhale. Okay, both hands behind the feet, or again, you can use blocks or stay seated. Draw your shoulders behind you and lift your hips up. So a little bit like in Uttanasana, chin away from chest. Engage your whole body, squeeze the inner thighs. Feeling completely open, vulnerable, and exposed to this moment. Let your body go. As you exhale, sit back down onto the heels, lower down onto the hips, and swing your legs out in front of you. We're going to start to bend into the right knee, allow our right knee to flop out wide. So find a bit of an open hip, and then find a gentle twist. Left hand reaches to the outer edge of right thigh, right hand grounds behind you. Lifting up to lengthen. Breathe out into your twist. Allowing the kidneys to wring out, the liver to re-cleanse, the body to be nourished by oxygen. Switch the gaze to the front of your space, straighten your right leg, bend your left knee, flop left knee out towards the left, and we'll take that on the other side. Wonderful yogis, facing the front. Take a cross-legged position, sit up nice and tall, full breath in. And out the mouth to release. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. Namaste.